Hello, it's Jim Powers with a Hobie Tandem Island Sail. This video has a number of interesting twists to it. The first is a mast receiver bolt failure followed by a repair. Second is a sail in support of the Everglades Challenge. And some interesting video walking up and down the beach to see all the entries in the 2020 Everglades Challenge. And it ends up with an additional repair with the loss of the marbles, as I call it, that aid the main mast reefing system. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. All right, so let's move to the repair. I want to thank Andy Levine and Hobie Dick from the Tackle Shack, located in Florida, for their help in repairing the snapped receiver bolt on the bottom of the mast. Here you see them working on it. This is just a picture of removing the H-rail and the whole mechanism that holds the mast in place. This is the bolt that snapped, and of course it snapped flush with the bottom, which makes it very hard to remove. It took us some effort to pull that out. You can see the bolt stuck in the bottom there. With a lot of tender loving care, we're able to get it out. This is a new bolt that's put in place. You see what the new one looks like for the replacement bolt. This is the mast receiver. You can see quite a bit of wear around it. When we saw this, I decided to replace the mast receiver also. On the left is a new one. On the right is the one that's worn. You can see the difference in the hole that's been worn out. Here's the bottom side. Again, the one on the right is the used one, or the one that failed. The one on the left is the new one. You see the difference, dramatic difference in the hole. It shows quite a bit of wear over time. This is Andy helping tension the V-bolts. This is a picture of the after we reinstalled it. And then this is just a picture of some of the tackle shack, which did a great job on a short notice on a Friday before the Everglades Challenge to do the repair. So again, big thanks to Andy and his team, and I celebrated with a beer, getting me back on the water unexpectedly here, and again, our tip of our hat to the virus that's going through the area. Later that day, on Friday afternoon, I did a short sail out through Bunces Pass. This is some video that you'll see kind of running out through the pass. It was really too rough to make it away all the way around over to the other side of the key, and I had to return back to the boat ramp after about a 3-hour sail. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the sail. Okay, next up is the Everglades Challenge. This is an adventure race sponsored by the Water Tribe, and it starts off in Fort De Soto in Tampa Bay, ends up in Key Largo. This is just a few pictures from the beach for the launch point prior to the race. Here you see a number of tandem islands set up and ready to go. And what comes next in this video is actually kind of a walk along the beach with my video camera looking at each of the entrances for the race. So there's several hundred boats that participate of various different styles and configurations, and a good number of tandem islands and adventure islands are part of this race. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the walk through video. Well, here we are at the Everglades Challenge. And this is the evening before. It's a Friday evening. Everyone is getting ready for the start of the race tomorrow. And they're going to shoot across, head south towards Key Largo. Got a kite up in the air, taking some pictures from above. And these are all the boats that are lined up for the race today. I'm just going to take a walk along the beach to see what we got. A few Hobies down here. These boys are really going to fly. They'll probably be doing 15 knots or better. Setting some records, I suspect. It's going to be a strong north wind blowing the whole time. These boats are going to fly. Is this yours?
No.
Twin?
They're all looking pretty fast.
Twin Hobie Tandem Island stuck together. Jeepers. It's a little different than mine. I just got
It looks like it's quite wet.
Oh, it's a wet ride, that's for sure. There's another fast-looking boat.
Yeah, wet boat.
2 masts. Gonna fly.
You got a camera up there?
Yeah, a couple of them.
Oh, that is.
Yeah, I was thinking of entering this year, but I didn't get it pulled off in time, so I'm just checking it out.
Where you from?
Philly area. Got my tandem island and the trailer out there. I've been selling out in the Gulf today. Got good sized waves out there. These guys from Pennsylvania also, huh? It's a nice boat here. You got any boats in the race here?
Huh?
You got any boats in the race?
No. I just like to come down and take a look at them.
Mine snapped. All right, a brief explanation here. I had a kite in the air, and I had some cameras suspended on the kite line. And unfortunately, as I was walking along, I accidentally snapped the kite line, and my camera attached to the kite flew out over the Gulf of Mexico heading for Marco Island, and I never saw it again. So I lost a very kite and a camera, an expensive mistake. Well, I'm not going to see that camera again.
Oh boy. How heavy a line?
150 pound. I got some seagulls chasing it. It might catch that schooner out there, but I doubt it.
That's dragging good.
Yeah, it's dragging good. I'm not sure what's on the other side down there.
Too bad you didn't have a boat out here somewhere.
I got a boat on a trailer, but I'd never catch it.
I don't know.
No.
As long as the kite stays up.
Wonder what that piece of ground is on the other side. Alright, well, we're looking at a few of these tandem islands here. See how they're modified. Got the anchor, got a light. Some reflectors. Delaware Paddle Sports, Tandem Island.
State of Colorado.
Adventure Island.
Spare drive.
All set for the sail?
Left to do, but we'll be there.
What time did they do the captain's meetings? That was earlier today?
Yeah, 3.
3 o'clock? 2 o'clock.
2. Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing? Are you gonna be in the competition?
No, I was checking it out this year. I got my Hobie Tandem Island over here on a trailer, and I'm just kind of checking it out.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
doing some videos, and
Cool.
might do it next year. But
You should sail along with us for a little bit.
yeah, I might tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Sweet. You have a companion with you?
No, I'm solo.
Yeah. Maybe you'll find one.
Yeah, that's true. So sunrise tomorrow, you head south.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. We might have a few extra things left to do.
Do you know if you could keep cars in the parking lot here overnight?
Yeah, you have to pay though.
I've already paid.
Yeah, but I don't think here is overnight. I think you have to be out of here after like sunset.
Okay.
And then you can park overnight.
Campground or the boat dock.
Yeah, the boat dock. But you can't sleep there. It's the race chief said absolutely no stealth camping at all.
So you have to go into the campground.
Yeah, you have to pay.
Yeah.
For that.
All right, we can do that.
Yeah. Cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Think you're gonna have time for fishing there?
I had a kite on the end, but the line
kite.
snapped, and it's on its way to whatever the beach is straight across over there.
Oh, Anna Marie Island, I think.
Is that Anna Marie Island?
Yeah.
So I'm donating a kite to Anna Marie Island.
Okay. Is the kite part of your propulsion system? Or?
No, I got a Hobie Tandem Island. I got a good sail. That's it. Well, we're continuing walking down, looking at all the boats that are entering here. Beautiful wooden one here. That road. Yola May. It's a beautiful boat. Well, they all got the rollers. This boat's gonna fly. This. So this wraps up the walk up the beach, looking at all the entrances to the race. And as you can see, quite a few boats were lined up along the beach here. This race was a particularly challenging one. There were a number of rescues at sea by the Coast Guard, and I'm not exactly sure, but I heard one sailor may not have made it in this race. I don't have the details there. You could probably find them online, but it was a pretty rough seas and pretty rough night the first night out, going south outside of the Sanibel Island and the Fort Myers area. Here's a Hobie Adventure Island. Take that. All right, I need to thank Andy Levine a second time. I had an additional failure. I lost all the marbles, as I call them, that surround the mast, as you see here, that fell down inside the mast receiver area when the collar that holds these beads in place became loose. So Andy was able to ship me some new beads and retaining plates. Here's the Hobie Tandem Island sitting at a dock, so I had to do this whole repair on the water without having the beads roll off and become lost overboard. Rigged up a little spoon with a sticky tape on the end to retrieve all the beads that were stuck down at the bottom of the mast receiver. That's just a picture of the area that needed repaired. You see there's one bead in there. Here's a frisbee with some beads you could see on the splash guard. I had to rig up a towel kind of around the area to keep the beads from rolling off and falling overboard. So there was a little bit of setup here to remove and get ready to receive the new beads. I also used some grease, marine grease, to hold the beads in place just for the assembly process. And so I greased up both sides of the plate that hold the beads in place. Here you see the new beads getting ready to be assembled into the retaining plates, and then the two plates get screwed together. And then after that, I relaxed and enjoyed a beer, and it kind of just shows kind of the completed work there. So that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it.